What's up, YouTube? This is my deck I took to regionals in Sioux Falls. I ended up with 3 and 4, mainly because I did some misplays against Gravekeepers. I sided in for 6 Samurais and messed up, and my first hand was just terrible. But I got the lock into place 4 times, and then different variations of the lock. So it was a pretty fun tournament. Anyhow, let's start out with the deck. 2 Last Warriors. That's the boss monster. Yeah, it's I think it's pretty much the best fusion card out there. Um, 2 Dark Simorgs. Uh, just because it's awesome. It sets up the lock. And we run. I run double Last Warrior. I run 1 Moriokutai, 1 Earth Hex Sealed Fusion, 1 Elemental Hero Prisma, 2 King of the Swamps, um, 2 Debris Dragons. It's always been good at 2. Um, 2 Vortex Troopers, because they're both debris targets. King of the Swamp allows me to go into Gungnir, which I dropped a lot. Help me win some games. That's one of the variations of the lock is the Last Warrior Gungnir lock, because all you do is just they can't summon, so all you do is just pop their backfield, pop their monsters until they just get tired of it and pretty much quit. Um, I run 1 Armageddon Knight. 2 is just I don't run enough darks to be running 2. There was a couple times I actually dropped him, activate his effect, and I had no darks in my deck anymore. Mist Valley Soldier for Summoner Monks, so that's just a really quick Samorglock. So those are the monsters. Yeah, it's pretty consistent. This is the most consistent build I could possibly run at this point. Just got to wait for the new format. This is what makes it possible is Chalice. I took out the Book of Moon, just stuck with 3 Chalices. It's so much better. I mean, it's a universal card. It does what Effect Veiler does, but it does. You can do it to your monster. You can do it to your opponent's monster. I like it a lot better. Reinforcement of the Army, perfect for adding. Run double polymerization. Deck just terrible with 3 in it. Foolish Burial, sometimes that right there, this one play could win you the game depending on what you have in your hand. Run a Trunade, just to help clear the field and get Last Warrior on there. Because you can drop a Last Warrior, and if you do it right, you could sit there for like 3 turns until you can do something. It's annoying, it's kind of addicting to do, but it's a lot better than letting them OTK you in 2 turns. 1 Dark Hole, Monster Reborn. Now for the traps, we got Call. That's one of my favorite cards. Only run 2 anti-spells, because sometimes it's just a dead draw. Torrential Tribute, because you need that summoning control. Same thing. Bottomless Trap Hole, you need that summoning control. You just need the summoning control. Trap Stun is the new thing, one of the new things in the deck. I didn't realize how good it was, and if I would have realized it, I would have ran it last format, but it's pretty good this format too. I run 3 Dark Bribe. I actually net deck this. Someone that has Last Warrior Lockdown deck, just all about Last Warrior. And I thought, well, Dark Bribe at 2 is good, but let's try it at 3. And it actually, when you're running a complete lock deck, it doesn't matter, how much cards you make them draw with Dark Bribe, because if they can't play them, then it doesn't matter. So it was really good at 3. I was happy I did it. Never a dead draw. Another new addition to the deck is Solemn Warnings. Just because it's Solemn Warnings. I trade it for one on the same. This happened on the same night. I traded for 1, and then we went to the store and I bought 3 packs. Pulled another one, And then the next day they were up at to $80 all of a sudden. And then we got a solemn judgment. Awesome. So that's the main deck. Like I said, this is the most consistent build you could possibly run. Of course, he's not main. I'm gonna go through my extra right now. So for the extra deck, it's Last Warrior, Boss Monster of the whole deck. Absolute Zero. I actually got a good combo off with these two. Drop Absolute Zero, wait a turn, wait for them to fill up their field. Then you drop your Last Warrior. Warrior's effect goes. He goes off the field. His effect goes through and nukes their side of the field, and you got an open field to attack into. It's pretty awesome. For the level 7s, because this deck can only make 7s and 8s, it cannot make 6s or anything else. Ancient Fairy Dragon, I did drop it once, and it was kind of against the Gravekeepers, and he was kind of annoyed about it, but he's a good guy. Rose, I only dropped him twice in the entire tournament, So, yeah. I always tried to go for Gungnir over Rose because he's just awesome. You can do so much shit with him. It's awesome. Main deck, a Dark End Dragon, just because you drop him on against a 6 Samurai deck, and they can't do anything because he's a send effect. Colossal Fighter, I dropped him once, but he just got warning. I dropped him whenever my opponent had his side of the field full of monsters, trap, stunned, attack, destroyed all his monsters. It was pretty cool. He won me a couple games. Thought Ruler Archfiend, awesome. Scrap Dragon, I dropped him twice, and he won me one game. And then Stardust, you run double of them. It's easy to do. And that's my extra deck. For my side deck, it's 2 Noblemans. I only side it once in the whole tournament, and I side it for these. Spell Shattering Arrow, perfect against 6 Samurai. I messed up because I drew it, and then I dropped my Vortex Trooper and went to go and put my Mist Valley Soldier back in my deck. Grabbed this instead, put it back into my deck, realized what I did. Set the end of my turn, and then he dropped his all his spell cards. I was kind of upset. I mean, this would have just got rid of all 3 of his spell cards and burned him. So yeah, that was the one time I sided in, and it misplayed it, lost me the game. Burial from a Different Dimension. Never sided it in. It was just kind of for someone who was running a remove from play deck that was consistent. Here's a new addition to my side deck. It's Light of Intervention. You can actually get a Last Warrior lock with this card, and I never felt the need to do it, so I didn't side it in. I didn't dual Gladiator Beasts, so I didn't put these back in. Don't work against anything else. Quakimaru Drago, because he's awesome. But like I said, I didn't side. Puppet Plant, just mainly for someone who ran a really good 6 deck, but I only ran into 6 once, and I got terrible hands and ruined it for myself. So, and Fossil Dyna, because it's an awesome card. Like I said, didn't side. There's time when I thought I should have, but I didn't, and it didn't matter either way. So that's the deck. So comment, guys.